What's going on, guys? Here we are back today, number 14. And we're back doing back. So we're gonna go in today. We're gonna do back. Yesterday we did arms. Day before that we did legs. But today is back, and it is Wednesday. And we're gonna go in there and just absolutely hammer the backside of our body. Very important, dominant body part, muscle group that you want to ensure you're hitting optimally in order to look your best, most aesthetic. It's really important to look good from the back because it shows your power. If you want to have a powerful looking physique, you need to have a great looking back. And that's what we're going in and going to accomplish today, or at least take a step towards accomplishing today, because your goals are only a series of consistent days away. You need a series of days in a row, whether that be a month, whether that be 3 months, whether it be 6 months, a year. If you can string together more days by a majority, get it up to 60, 70% of your days, you're actually working and moving in the positive, you're taking steps forward, you will accomplish your goal. It's just inevitable. So we're gonna go in and hit back. We're gonna hit abs first. Probably gonna do some crunches, maybe some cable abs. Then we're gonna hit the width. First, we're gonna grow a wider back, some cable pull downs, probably some close grip, pull over. And then I'm thinking, for the sake of switching it up a little bit, we're going to move into maybe some hammer strength rows. I have a hammer strength machine that I've never really used. Never really liked hammer strength rows, so we might just do 1 or 2 sets there, but I wanna at least load the weight up and see how that feels. Then we will do some dumbbell rows. There's one machine that's underhand that I like, that's kind of a row machine. Maybe we hit 1 set there. We'll switch it up. We'll do a plethora of different exercises today to ensure we hit all angles of the back and do so under extreme load and tension so we can build the muscles of the back. So excited to do that. Excited to have my pre-workout. I am not particularly tired. I am a little bit fatigued, and there is a difference there. I would say my nervous system feels good, but my body, my arms, my legs, 2 very important muscle groups that I went rather hard on the last 2 days. But we're ready and we're good to go. We've been eating strong on our diet, been on a perfect diet, and it's time to get in the gym and really get after it. So without any more mincing of the words, we will see you guys in the gym now.
All right, we're starting the day with abs because yesterday I didn't do them. I haven't done them in a minute. So we'll start the day with them. We're going to do crunches, 4 sets of 15. Then we'll probably do cable abs as well to ensure that our 6-pack is on the road to where it needs to be. So let's do it. All right, cable abs. Next up, we got cable abs, and the goal with this: flex your abs, curl up into a ball. Make sure you're really using your abdominals, nothing else. There we go. All right, just like that, we're done with abs. All right, now we're on the back. Focus on width first. And we're going to do 1 warm-up set here at 130 and then move up. Well, it's 4 sets, so let's do it. All right, let's go up. Here we go, 190. First working set. Let's do it. Ah, all right, that felt nice, but I want to go up. One set up, then the next set for that will go down. Here we go, 205, moving up. Gonna get in the zone, get it in. Ah, come on. Ooh. All right, that felt good. We'll probably stay there. Can't be a good pump off this. Two more. All right, one more. I like that. Ooh. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to do this last set here. I'm actually going to go up 220, most I've ever done. And we're going to hit it for as many as we can. Just going to rep it out. And then we'll go back down probably to 175 and hit a down set. Then we'll do the next exercise. So let's do it. Fuck. Ooh. Here we go. Shit. Well, reps weren't perfect, but it felt pretty good. We'll go ahead and go down to 170. Do some stricter reps there. Then we'll keep going. But I think that putting this first makes me a lot stronger at it, which I'm definitely a fan of. So keep going. All right, had it there. Change attachments. All right, so we changed the attachment to a close grip, hitting more of underneath the scapula. And we're gonna go straight into our working sets, 160. I've been doing 145. So let's keep the weight moving. Let's go. All right, it's just a little heavy. We'll go down next. All right, so I tried to go up, and honestly, it's too much weight. I'm a little fatigued from the first two sets, so we're going to go back down to what we usually do, 145, bust out 3 more sets. So let's do it. Ah! Hey. Wow. Ah, there we go. Much better. 2 more like that. Ah, 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 ah. Well, about had it. About had it. All right. One more. One more. Ah. Ah. All right. Next. Come on. Early morning. All right. Next up, we got cable pullovers, which works a little bit of serratus, a little bit of the outside of the lat here. We're going to do 4 sets of 12 at 150. So that's it. Oh. Wow. Wow. Whew. All right. Enough of all that. It's time to row. Let's row. All right, here we go. I was going to do hammer strength rows, but just remembering why I don't like them. They're a lot of your upper back, and I'm trying to focus on the medial part of the back, the rowing movement. So we're going to skip those. We're going to do a couple of these, 1 or 2 sets, depending on how it feels. I did a couple warm-up sets, and I wouldn't say I love them, but I didn't hate them either. But we're just going to probably do 1 and then get into our meat and potatoes movements. So let's roll it up. All right, that was different. We'll probably hit 1 more. Call it a day for this. Okay, number 2 here. Then after we do this, we'll get back into what we know. So let's do it. Ah. 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 There we go. All right. Getting some dumbbell rows. How about it? All right, we're back to what we know. We're going to do dumbbell rows. And I'm feeling a little crazy today. So we're going to do 120 pounds. Push it as hard as we can. Just like really empty the tank. So let's do it. Ah! Ah! Whew, shit. Ah! Ah! Whew, shit. Whew. Ah. 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 Oh, that's two. Oh. Ah. Oh. Nah. Ah. 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 Oh, one more. Ah. One. Ah. 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 All right, enough of rows. At least that kind. Huh. All right, next up we got low cable rows. Back is sufficiently pumped. When you do heavy weight that pushes you in a way that it's hard to do 12 reps, and you're really feeling the muscle work, you're going to get pumped from it. That's just how the muscles work because they need that blood in the muscle to move the heavy weight. So we're going to do 190 here. I've been doing 175. No need for a warm up because obviously back is sufficiently warmed up from the rest of the workout. But goal here is going to be 4 sets, 190, a higher weight. Just really feel the muscles work and get into it. So let's do it. Ah, there we go. I like that. 3 more like that. Ah, there we go. Ah, ah, ah. All right, enough of that. All right, to finish off the back, just to make sure we leave no stone unturned, we're doing 225 barbell row. We're going to do 2 sets, 1 or 2 sets, depending on how the first one feels. I'm pretty gassed. I'm pretty pumped, but I would rather do too much than too little. So we're going to do this and then move on to the accessories. So here's number 1. Ah. All right, actually, that was enough. I'm pretty cooked. So now it's rear delt time. All right, next up we got one arm cable row, but we're really emphasizing the rear delt on these. So we're going to do 4 sets each way, 50 pounds. See if we need to go up. I think that'll be good. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll probably go up. Whoa. Ah. All right, let's go back down, actually. There we go. One more. Ah. Ah. Woo. All right. I'm thinking maybe one more rear delt, some traps, and that'll be it. We're a little over on time, but no worries. We'll just keep going. All right, so we're about 2.5 hours in. Reason for the extra added length was definitely the ab workouts. But I did a couple rear delt exercises off screen. Nothing to write home about. Just tried a few new things out. Nothing too crazy. But now I'm going to do seated easy bar shrugs, 4 sets, 15 over, 15 under, and that'll be it. So let's get to it. Ah, ah. Back day. Boom.
What's going on, guys? Here we are back in the kitchen post back day. What a back day it was. Just a tremendous back day. I really liked hitting the width exercises first because it pumped that area up, and it's really, not so much the big portion of the lat, but it makes the V, makes you have a nice V taper. So I'm happy to hit that first, and then we went into the rows, of course, and we were in there for a long time. We hit abs, and I'm very happy with the work that we did. I'm extremely tired, extremely beat up, but it's cold out, but we're feeling good. We got 3 days in a row of just excellent, stacking of bricks into the foundation. Just excellent days, very consistent, beautiful days, and we're gonna hit another one tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're going to do a chest and shoulders day with chest emphasized. That'll be nice. We'll be doing incline bench, heavy incline bench, and then normal chest day. You guys know what it is. Pretty fire. So, had to wear the beanie and the sweatshirt combo walking back from the gym. I did walk today because it's only about 39, 40. Not that bad. Not bad at all. Definitely able to walk in that. So that was good. Everything's good. And one thing I wanted to touch on here in this post show is the mind to muscle connection. And I truly believe until you master this so-called mind-muscle connection, not even really master it, just have a good idea of it and can feel it within each set, you have that connection there, whatever it is, whatever mythical thing that it is, you feel the muscle working on each set. That's the only time where you're actually going to make the biggest gains. Now, of course, you'll have newbie gains when you just start out working out. But if you really want to take it to the next step, it's finding that mind-muscle connection in every single rep that you do. Whether it's heavy, whether it's light, whether you're doing fast reps, whether you're doing slow reps, you always have to have that tension on the muscle and feel it in your mind. And I think once you do that, you'll be able to turn the page and your physique will just blow up, especially if you're eating correctly and doing enough volume. So you need intensity, you need volume, you need adequate frequency. Those are the 3 levers that you try to leverage in order to build a perfect training program, but none of it really makes that much of a difference if you don't have the mind-muscle connection. So every time that you're hitting a bicep curl, you want to think about curling only the bicep. You don't want to think about your back helping you. You don't want to think about the tension on your shoulder, just the bicep. When you're doing a row, you want to think about the big muscles in your back that are working. When you're doing a pull down, you want to think about the wide muscles in your back that are working. Not only do you want to think about it, you want to feel it. It's like an actual phenomenon where you're feeling this sensation happening. It's the same as if you touch yourself on the top of your hand and you feel yourself touching it. You could close your eyes and something could touch you and you feel it. That's the same way working out works. And if you want to take your body to the next level, 1 is diet, 2 is training protocols in place, but 3 is the mind-muscle connection. If you get all of those together, you're going to absolutely blow your physique out of the water. You will be unrecognizable. People will be coming up to you and asking you, how are you that good looking? So it's a fun place to be. And I would encourage all you guys to try to connect deeper in the mind-muscle connection. And there's ways that people do get into that mindset or figure out the mind-muscle connection a little bit differently. And, everybody does it a little differently. I guess I would suggest slowing the reps down, doing slow controlled reps with perfect technique. That's really a good way to start to iron it in. Another way is if you're working out with a partner to have them tap on the muscle you're supposed to work while you're doing that exercise. So if you're doing let's just say you're doing a cable pull down, they would tap you right here. Well, pull over, excuse me, a cable pull over. They would tap you right here in the top, right by the armpit. Or, let's say you're doing a dumbbell row, they would tap you in the meat of the back. That's another way to do it. There's a plethora of ways to find that connection a little bit deeper. Doing very isolated exercises, so not compound lifts. Compound lifts is harder because what you're considering when you're completing a compound lift is how can I get this weight moved? So you're really using your entire body to perform a task. When you're doing an isolation exercise, all you're thinking about is how can I form this mind to muscle connection stronger, in a stronger way, in order to stimulate the muscle more, to tear down more fibers, so when I eat, they will repair themselves and grow back bigger. So I would say slow your exercises down. That's number one. Number two is if you have access to a partner, have them tap on the intended muscle that you want to work. If you're doing a bicep curl, have them stand, not in your way, maybe behind you, and just tap on your bicep as you're doing the rep. Makes a big difference, larger than you know. And the third would be focus on isolation exercises. So focus on exercises that only target the specific muscle you're trying to form the connection with. Now, there are auxiliary muscles that are used in order to perform the task. Like with back, it's a lot of biceps. There's some rear delt in there. But it's different. So a rear delt, one arm cable row. So I do two types of one arm rows, right? I do one dumbbell, which is for the lat, and I do one with the cable that's for the rear delt. The rear delt one could feel a lot different if I had a different mind-muscle connection, or my mind-muscle connection was focusing on the lat. I would be locking the shoulder down and pulling with the lat. Instead, I have the shoulder out of socket, for lack of better terms, pulling all the way out and then pulling my elbow back. It's all focused on the rear delt because the mind-muscle connection is there. And before you're able to properly discern this, you have to make sure you focus on the correct exercises in order to develop this. It's the same way that you develop your muscles. It's the same way that you develop your mind by, researching information and synthesizing it and then sending it out, transmitting it into the world in order to have it go through you, or eating food and allowing it to nourish your body and then having it go through you and eating more food. It's the same way. You have to go in and out and, follow the wave of the transformation or the becoming. But if you don't consciously work at it, it's not going to improve. So, message for tonight, focus on the mind-muscle connection. It's as far as training goes, it is the most important. I would argue that diet may be up there as well, obviously, because without a good diet, you're not going to reach your physique goals. You might get stronger, but you won't reach your aesthetic physique goals. So if you want to get stronger, you want to look better, and you want to grow your muscles, you need to focus on the mind-muscle connection. So that's the story. I love you guys. What a good day. What a good episode. Got a great cardio session in. Got a great lift in, long lift. Met some new guys. Shout out to you guys if you're watching. Some Turkish young lads just starting to get in the gym. And I told them, one, your biggest gains are going to be right at the beginning. So stick with it. They were new to the gym. Stick with it. And the second message is coming right now. It's focus on that mind-muscle connection. So that's the story, guys. Hope you like the sweatshirt. Hope you like the content. I love you regardless. And we're going to send it up tomorrow. Chest, shoulders. What a brilliant day. Let's get after it. We'll see you then.